Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a year-end collection update. So it is the end of 2023 and I just want to take a look back and see how my collection has grown since last year. If you would like to compare it to what it was last year, I do have last year's collection video up as well for you to check out. So I've had a fair amount of changes to my collection this year. The biggest one being that I decided to no longer collect Itsy, which was very sad. I genuinely love Itsy as a group. I just didn't necessarily feel the need to collect their photo cards anymore. It didn't bring me as much joy as collecting Twice has. And so I just wanted to focus all of my efforts, energy, and finances on collecting Twice since they are my Ultivolts. And I think it was a change that was for the best. Collecting Twice just makes me so happy. And I am glad that I have decided to only collect Twice. My bank account thanks me. But anyway, if you didn't know already, I do collect OT9 for Twice, but I just collect the OT9 sets that I like. So I don't collect OT9 fully, but I do have a fair amount of OT9 sets. So I have 4 binders to look through today. This is my first one, which contains everything from their debut through Feel Special. So as we go through, I'll just sort of talk about each set, my thoughts on the different OT9 sets, what some of my favorite cards are, some of my favorite OT9 sets, and some of my goals going into 2024. So starting out, we have The Story Begins. This is the only photo card set I have for The Story Begins. Also, I apologize for the glare that will be on Dahyun a lot. I'll try to move each page so you can get a clear look at all of the cards, including Dahyun's, especially because she's one of my top 3. But for The Story Begins, the other photo card sets are baby photo cards, and I personally am not interested in collecting their baby photo cards, and this OT9 set is just like absolutely perfect. I love it. And so for me, just having the one OT9 set for The Story Begins, like feels right to me. And it's actually one of the first OT9 sets that I finished once I decided to go back and start back collecting Twice's photo cards. When I first started out collecting, I just wanted to collect from Fancy Forward. And then once I completed that, I decided I wanted to collect at least one OT9 set from each of their previous eras. So I bought most of the set all together. I think the only ones that I might have purchased separately were, I know Mina, I can't remember anyone else. Another collection goal that I have is I would like to have one of each version of all of Twice's Korean albums. So for a lot of their albums, I don't have them all. The Story Begins is an album that I don't have at all. Mostly I've just been waiting to see if people are selling their albums for free plus shipping, and then I'll just take those off of people's hands. So I've started doing that slowly, but it's not a priority. Their photo cards are definitely more of a priority for me. So then moving into the next era for page 2, I collected 2 out of the 3 OT9 sets. So I collected the one that has them in like their iconic Letterman jackets, I guess you call them. They're like little jerseys. And then I got the page 2 album for myself just like as a gift. And it came with the unit card, and people were selling the unit cards for cheap. So I just got those as well, even though I wasn't planning on adding them to my collection. I figured why not? And then I didn't collect the other OT9 set that has them in their white jerseys just because it's like less memorable to me when they wear them in the music video. I think they wear them in the music video. I can't remember. But for me, I was more interested in getting all of their lenticulars. And it took me so long to find Sana's, and I'm so happy that it's finally complete. But I would like to find a replacement for my Chang because she has Sana's initials instead of Chang's initials on them. Not like a priority, but I'm hoping to do that at some point. And I just love seeing them in their individual music video looks. Then after that, this is probably one of my favorite parts of my collection, Twice Coaster Lane 1, because this is the era that made me fall in love with them. I tell the story all the time, so I won't repeat it, but basically I just happened to be on YouTube and a performance of TT popped up and I clicked on it and I was like, what is this? This is so weird, but I'm also kind of obsessed with it. And that kind of got me into Twice. Twice Coaster Lane 1 and TT are very special to me. And so this is one of the only albums I think that I collected OT9 completely, like every album card that you could get. So I have the pre-order benefit set here and it's so cute. I love that they're selfies and it has their initials on them and they're just so cute, like Dahyun blowing a bubble. And here you can see, I think it's Mina in the background of Chunghyun's, like that's so cute. And then I have their Halloween selfie set. I can't remember if I completed this year or last year. I think I completed it last year. I completed it a while ago at least, and I'm just very proud of this one because some of these cards are very hard to find, especially Devil Nyan. Luckily, like I didn't have to pay $1 million for her. Nyan only cost me $5, which is super reasonable considering how people overprice her. And then here is another amazing OT9 set. This is one of the first OT9 sets ever that I finished collecting. So I've had this one for a while and I just love the holographic backgrounds and it's just like very uniform looking, just super cute. And then I have the monograph as well. So I have the whole OT9 set for the monograph cards. And this is, I think, in my head now, like my collection will not be complete unless for each of the eras I have all of the pre-order benefit sets, the album photo cards that I want, and then the monograph. This is one of the few older eras, actually I guess the only older era that I consider to be complete because I have the pre-order benefit set, the 2 album photo card sets, and then the monograph set. So I'm hoping another collection goal for the future is to finish back collecting all of their monographs, which is just super hard just because some of them are out of print. They're pretty expensive as well now. At the moment, I'm kind of only interested in buying the monographs with the photo card sets if possible. I just don't necessarily have the finances to do that. So I'm just happy that at least this one era is complete. Then moving into Twice Coaster Lane 2, I have 1 pre-order benefit set and I need to find the other one so badly. And then I have just this one OT9 set, which I recently completed, which is the pink border set. I think for now, I'm happy with just this as my only OT9 set for Knock Knock, but I don't know. It's possible that I could collect the yellow border one in the future. Then after that, we have Signal. Here's the pre-order benefit set. And I collected the holographic signature cards. And then I love the backs of these, have their like little characters in the back. And then this was the set that I like absolutely knew that I wanted to collect for Signal. It's just I don't know, I love seeing their outfits and they just all look so cute. Then moving into Twiceagram, I have the pre-order benefit set here with these really thick borders, who knows why. And then I collected 2 OT9 sets for these ones. I'm gonna open it this way because it looks really cool spread out like this. So I have their Instagram set, and then I also have their Polaroid set. And I just love this spread because it looks so cool next to each other. I've said this before, but in my mind, this is the front of these cards and this is the back. And so technically it's backwards, but I like how it looks all together like this. But some people view this as the front, so I guess technically they are facing front, who knows? But I just love the way this looks. And then moving into Merry and Happy, I have the pre-order benefit set, and I have the one OT9 set I decided to collect. Every once in a while I think about collecting another one, but none of them are like calling to me per se. I loved this one just because it has them in their music video outfits, but the other ones are just concept cards, so I'm pretty content with this as my heart shaker collection. Moving into What Is Love, I just have this one pre-order benefit set, but I actually have the other one on the way. It's been mailed out, so hopefully it'll arrive to me soon. And then my What Is Love collection, other than the monograph, will be complete. I have the scratch cards, which I did scratch off because I want to see their messages. And then I collected a bunch for What Is Love actually, but this is actually the first set that I completed or started working on when I decided to back collect their older eras, just because I think the photo cards are amazing for this era. So I have the Pajama Signature set, which is like a favorite of people to collect. I have this Speech Bubble set. And then here is the like prom dress set that has them spelling out what is love. Like I've said, for my collection, if they're ever trying to spell something out, I will be putting them in the order of the letters versus age order. I just think like, what's the point of having them spell things out if it's not gonna spell it out? And it's actually kind of fun to see them in a different order. Everything else will be in regular age order. But yeah, this set is actually really cute. And if you prefer it to be in age order, that's totally fine. But since it's my collection, I'm just gonna set it up how I like it. And then we have the like Twice logo set. Mostly, some of you will probably notice that these don't belong in the set. I didn't really care for Momo and Mina's Twice logo photo cards. Like they're nice and all, but I really like them like in the like Princess Diaries outfits. And I feel like these two photo cards show so much more personality than the other ones. And I wasn't gonna collect the name set. And so I was just like, whatever, once again, it's my collection. So I'm just gonna kind of mix it up a little bit. And to be honest, you kind of don't notice when you're looking at it that they're from a different set. I like the way that it looks. Princess Diaries is an iconic movie, so I like how many Princess Diaries references we have in one set. And also just like these two pictures, I'm obsessed with them. The fact that they're holding up Naya's picture is so funny to me. And this iconic look for Dahyun. What a good set. Then I have the What Is Love logo set, which is just like, I don't know, all of the photo cards from this era are so good. I kept like limiting how many I wanted to collect and then being like, but actually I want this set and I want this set too. Like this Changyeon and this Dahyun, this Chewy, oh my god, like such good photo cards, so beautiful. And this Momo took me forever to find, but it is complete. And then, oh yeah, that is the last of my What Is Love set, which I'm very, very proud of my What Is Love collection. Hoping to someday get the monograph and the monograph photo cards. Then moving on to Summer Nights, I have all 3 of their pre-order benefit sets. So I have the like sand border ones. Here's all the group cards, the water border set, and the glitter border set. I'm not a huge fan of the like glittery border. It's not to my taste, but I do like how they're like double-sided from the front and back. I think that's really cool. Then I have the message cards, and I collected 3 OT9 sets for this one. So I collected the Dance the Night Away logo set. This one feels very like, I think it's mostly just because of Jihyo and Nayeon's photo cards, but it like feels like you're at the beach when you're looking at these ones. It just feels very tropical. And then I have the line border set, which is like the closest thing we have to a non-bordered photo card set, and just a really cute set to begin with. This Jungyeon is beautiful. And then the last one I collected is the Summer Nights logo set, because I sort of have like, in my head, this is like tropical beach during the day, and this is tropical beach at night. And it sort of shows like a lot of different outfits that they wore in the music video. I think with the exception of Nayeon, who I think is wearing the exact same outfit in every photo card I collected, but everyone else has, a different outfit in each of them. I don't know why Nayeon's in all the same ones. Obviously a goal of mine would be to collect the Summer Nights monograph, but that one's like, as many of you know, super hard to find and super expensive, and all of the monograph cards are very expensive. So I don't know, that one's like in the distant future if I ever get around to collecting it, which in a dream world I would. So hopefully we will see. And moving on to Yes or Yes, I have all 3 of their pre-order benefit sets. And then this one's my favorite, going into the album photo cards. This Sana photo card, just like her with the little heart cheeks. I don't know, it's just like, I wanted that card. And because I collect OT9, I'm just like, well, I guess I'm getting the whole set then. So that's that. And then I have the balloon set, which once again, I have spelling out yes. I think because you kind of can't see some of their outfits in these pictures, I think that's why I felt like it was okay to get this set, just because I wanted to see more of their outfits. So that's why I have 2 of them in the same outfit, because I try my best not to get more than one OT9 set of them in the same outfit, just because I think it doesn't make sense for me financially to have more than one OT9 set of them in the same outfit. And then these 2, I have the, I guess they're more like concept photo cards. They're not selfies. So I thought they would be really easy to come by, but they were actually pretty difficult to collect, especially this set. Mina and Momo's took me like such a hard time to find. But these were the 2 sets that when I decided to back collect, I knew immediately I wanted to collect for this era. And yeah, I just love that like this one has them doing the yes or yes pose, and this one just has them in their cool music video outfits. Then we have the Year of Yes. And for this one, I still need to get the second pre-order benefit set. But I have the first one, and then for this era, I only collected one OT9 set. I decided to collect the non-selfie photo cards because I figured they would be easier to come, because most people enjoy selfie photo cards over the non-selfie ones. So I think I'm happy with just this as my one OT9 set for the Year of Yes. But you never know. I always say I'm done collecting and then I decide to collect more. And then we have Fancy. I have 2 out of the 3 pre-order benefit sets. I need to get that third one, because then other than that, Fancy will be complete. I have this flower set, which I think is so beautiful. It might be one of, if not my favorite sets from this era. Typically my favorite OT9 sets aren't ones that are just their album concept looks, because they don't actually wear this in the music video, but they just all look so beautiful in these pictures, like stunning, beautiful. And then I have the like fancy script set. I definitely prefer having photo cards without borders, but there is something very satisfying to seeing all of them together with their member colors once it's complete. And then I wanted to collect a set that had them in their black outfits, black and silver outfits. And the set is really pretty too, and it has their signatures on it. And then I had pulled this Dahyun and this Momo in my album, which is why I decided to collect this set over the Ring Pop set. Also, I know like how difficult the Ring Pop set is to complete. So I was like, why don't I just save myself the trouble? Like, these pictures are essentially the same, they just don't have the ring pops. And I would argue, as I have in past videos, that like if you took the border off of these photo cards, like people would think the set was just as cute. And then I have the monograph set. So from this point on, all of the eras have the monograph set already in it and complete. So from fancy forward, I'm good on monographs. It's just like all of the older eras that I need to get, which is like a significant amount. And the backs of these are so stunning. And then the last era that I have in this binder is going to be Feel Special. So I have 2 of the pre-order benefit sets. And originally I wasn't going to collect the 3rd set, which I still don't have. I need to get it. I'm going to get it just because now I feel like a completionist when it comes to the pre-order benefit sets. But I have stated in many videos that I think this styling is so awful and such a miss and is not worthy of Feel Special as a song in an era. Then I have the gold card set, which is actually the very first OT9 set I ever completed. I think it's beautiful. I know people don't love concept cards like this, especially horizontal ones, but I just think it's so cool seeing them all in their music video outfits and on their like individual sets. I just think they're beautiful. And then here we have the flower and signature set. It's so beautiful. And then after that, we have the iconic, everyone's favorite member color Polaroid set. This set is beautiful, just like something about like these Polaroids look so good together. So I knew I had to have it. Everyone loves to collect it. And then after that, I have the like music video look set. They have 2 different sets, as you can see, a black border and a white border. I didn't feel the need to collect both of those sets. And so I just did like I chose my favorite photo card of each member from each of those sets. And it just turned out that mostly I did like the black border ones better. But for Sana, Mina, and Jui, I did like their white border ones better. And this is actually one of my favorite Jui photo cards ever because I just think the outfit is so beautiful on her. And then in the back here, we have the monograph photo cards. And this is the only monograph that I like individually purchased each of the photo cards for. Right now, I just like don't have the patience to search for their individual monograph cards for every single era that I have to back collect. That just like doesn't seem like the most practical thing to do. But when I was just collecting this monograph and that was the only thing I was focusing on, that was okay for me. So I purchased the monograph without the photo cards on eBay, and then I got these all on Instagram, purchasing all of them like I think 1 by 1, and then 3 of them I got in a group order. But Feel Special, as you might already guess, is my favorite Twice song. And so I was very invested in getting these photo cards for the monograph. And that is the last set that I have in this binder, which is my first binder. And now we will move on to my next binder. So this is going to be from More and More all the way through between 1 and 2. So we have the 3 pre-order benefit sets. And I like that this is, I think this is the era where they started doing pre-order benefit sets that weren't necessarily selfie photo cards, which obviously we would all love to have, but they're like, you can see that they're taken on an iPhone, and something about that just like, I don't know, feels more personal, I guess, is what I want to say. Like it makes you feel like you were on like the music video set with them almost, which I feel like when I'm collecting and deciding which sets I want to collect is always the goal. Like I feel like I want to be immersed in the worlds that they've created for each music video and era. Ooh, we are starting out, I always forget that I put this one first. We are starting out with what is one of my all-time favorite OT9 sets. I love More and More so much. It's always sort of gonna be like in my top 5. It's the first era that I was like officially like a hardcore once for. And so I just remember like at the time I was doing a remote job where I was teaching English to kids in China, which required me to get up at like 5 a.m. each morning because of the time difference between the US and China. And so when I was waiting to start teaching my students, I would always make sure to watch their performances on the music shows. And this is back when they did like a ton of music show performances, which at this point in their career, they don't have to do. But I just remember every morning, like looking forward to be like, ooh, what is this stage gonna be like? What outfits are they gonna wear? Just like so excited to see them perform. And I know that this era isn't necessarily some people's favorite, but it will always hold a very special place in my heart. And if you say that More and More isn't a bop, you're lying, because it is. The only thing I hold against More and More is that Jungin got injured during More and More era. But other than that, like the song is so good, and it's one of my favorite Twice choreographies as well. And this set, just the outdoor, like ethereal concept, like that is like everything to me. I love those types of concepts. And so these pictures are stunning, and their signatures, just everything about this OT9 set is all I could ever ask for in a Twice photocard set. And then after that, we have the like album concept set, which I think is really, really pretty. I didn't originally collect it just because they don't actually wear these outfits in the music video, but because I love the era so much, I did want to have more representation of this era in my collection. So I went ahead and collected this one. And then I personally really like this OT9 set. I think because of the border, a lot of people don't love some of the photo cards in More and More. I do think whoever designs the photo cards kind of lost us a little bit with some of these borders. Like back when they did the member colors, I totally understand it. They were beautiful. But some of these, just like, if you're someone who only collects one member, when you try to put them together cohesively on one page, it doesn't really look so nice. But this all together in one set, I think is really pretty. And I also think like the photos minus the borders are beautiful and really cute. Like look at that Sana, look at that Nayeon, like how could you not? And then I have their like set where they're dancing on that like really cool art piece on like a body of water. This is the first ever Twice photo card that I ever pulled. And for a while, I didn't want to collect this entire set because I didn't love the set as a whole, just because I would love to see their selfies taken on the music video set. And they kind of took them in their, what appears to be either their dressing rooms or their trailers. And so that's why I didn't originally collect it. But I had this card by itself for so long. I was like, I need to just finally collect the whole set. And I'm so glad that I do because it does look really good all together. And then after that, I have the couple unit set. They're not really units, they're just like 2x2, and they're so cute. Honestly, part of me wishes they would do more photo cards like these because it's so fun to have pictures of them interacting, especially this Sana and Dahyun will always be the cutest. And then I have the monograph set, and the More and More monograph I think is one of like my favorite monographs, maybe because of like the beautiful like sets that they performed on for the music video, but it's just like super colorful and vibrant. I love these cards, especially this Jihyo. She looks so stunning. I think the only thing I wish is that the entire set were in the like dance break, nighttime, evening concept outfits. But I love what they did because they were trying to do like day versus night, which is kind of like a more and more thing, where they have those two battling concepts. So it's cool that half of them are in like a day concept, half of them are in a night concept. But I feel like we got a good amount of photo cards of them in these outfits and not a ton in these. So it would have been cool if they had all of them in this concept. Then starting here, whenever they have albums with multiple group photo cards, I just make a group photo card page because I think it looks really nice. So here I have the pre-order benefit sets, some like other pre-order benefits, and the 2 group cards, and just like 1 unit photo card that I thought was pretty. Then after that, we move into Eyes Wide Open, and I think these are probably, I think I said this in my last video, but these are, I think, everyone's least favorite pre-order benefit sets, not just because they're concept photos, but also because they're not cohesive in terms of like, some of them are horizontal and some of them are vertical. And it would have been nice if they could have just like picked one and just like stuck to it, because it's sort of a little weird to look at. They're just all over the place. Some of them are vertical, horizontal, far away, close up. Like, I wish they would just choose. And then here, I also said in my last video, Eyes Wide Open is probably my favorite era for photo cards. I just think at least based on the OT9 sets that I chose to collect, they're super cohesive, because I know that Eyes Wide Open has a bunch of sets that aren't super cohesive, but the ones that I collected are cohesive, and they're all so beautiful. And this is back in the day when they gave us album photo cards of them in all of their music video outfits. I know that like a lot of onces were really happy when they limited how many photo card sets they had per album, because it used to be like, I don't know, like 100 cards per album, and so you had to buy so many to collect all of them if you were an OT9 collector. And now if you want to collect, say, just one member, you only technically need to buy one album to collect all of their photo cards. But I really do miss like the variety that we would get when they had so many different photo card sets. And I love being able to choose like, oh, I love this music video outfit and this music video outfit. I love having all of their music video outfits represented in my collection. And nowadays, like, they just don't put the music video outfits in the album photo cards. It's really only the album concept looks that they have in the photo cards, and a lot of times they never actually wear those in the music videos. And so that for me is like, as a collector, is disappointing. So I kind of wish they would go back to how many photo cards they had per era. Let me know in the comments, like, am I the only one who thinks this way, or is everyone happy with the change? Let me know. But anyway, starting out, we have the like farther away flower set. This is for the story concept. And I collected this one instead of the selfies because Jihyo's one is different from everyone else's in the selfies. And I just think this one looks so nice and cohesive. And then this is the Style set. And I think this one, the way I've collected it, looks really cohesive. You will notice that when I turn the page, Momo's is upside down, and I've demonstrated this in previous videos. This is the way that the photo card was like designed to be put into like a sleeve. This is it right side up. But when you do that, I just feel like it makes it so painfully obvious that it's a horizontal photo card. Whereas if you do it upside down, it kind of looks like a vertical photo card and she's just like tilting her head in one direction. And so I think it looks so much better if you flip it upside down. So that's just me. I think it looks really nice that way. And then after that, we have the retro concept. And this Nyan photo card is like so beautiful. As the era came out, I really loved this photo card, but I didn't feel the need to collect this set because it wasn't in the music video. So I was sad that I couldn't have that Nyan photo card. But then when I decided to expand, I was happy. So now I finally have it and the set that goes with it. Then after that, we go into like my absolute favorite photo cards from this era. So these are going to be all of their music video looks. This is where they're in the red flower and they're wearing the like Nude Illusion outfits and just like seeing all of the like red backgrounds. Just such a beautiful cohesive set. And this Nyan photo card again, like so cute. One of my favorites ever. And then we go into the yellow train station look. And this is another one of my all-time favorite OT9 sets. I just feel like this particular styling concept is very iconic to Eyes Wide Open to me. Like when I think of Eyes Wide Open, I think of either this concept or I think of the like gray suit concept. But because this was in the music video, it just feels very special to the era. And I'm obsessed, obviously, with this photo card because it has two of my top 3 biases, Changyeon and then Dahyun just like sticking out a little bit. Oh, I love it so much. And then Jihyo looks so stunning in this. Momo, like, ooh, all of Momo's photo cards in these 3 sets, like the bob is bobbing. It really is. And then the last one that I have is their denim look in the like pastel desert. This is one of my all-time favorite Changyeon photo cards of all time. She is so stunning. Like when I first discovered Twice, I thought that she was one of the, if not the visual of the group, which is also interesting just because they're all so beautiful. Like every single one of them are beautiful. So they are all visuals in my eyes. But these two photo card sets are probably like my 2 most like prized possessions of my collection. They're just like so stunning and beautiful. Stan Twice. I love Eyes Wide Open photo cards. That's the moral of the story. And then I have the monograph photo cards. And this is the first era that I like purchased the monograph as it came out. At this time, I had purchased a More and More album, a Feel Special album, and then a single Eyes Wide Open album. So I had 3 albums, one of each era, and then I purchased this because I saw Changyeon's monograph photo card and I was just like, oh, I have to have that. And that led me to collecting monographs, which I think monographs are like their best merch outside of photo cards and albums. Then I have the like group photo card page. I just chose my favorite group cards to go here. They have more group photo cards than this, but those are the ones I like the best. Then moving on to Taste of Love. We have their pre-order benefit sets, and I love all of these as well. I'm glad they went back to not doing concept photo cards like they did for Eyes Wide Open. And this whole styling is so beautiful. They look amazing in this. Then I have the lenticular set. And then I have one photo card set for each of their, like for each of the concepts, I guess. So they have like 2 for each concept, I think, except the last one. So for I have the drink set mostly, except for Sana, because I like that one better of her. And they had another one where they're not holding drinks, but it made sense to collect the drink one since the song is about drinks and alcohol. And just like when I think of Taste of Love, this is probably the styling that I think of the most. And then we have the like flower set. I have to admit that this is probably one of my like least favorite OT9 sets in my collection, like if I were to have one, just because the like lighting is like a little purple and crazy on some of them, but they all look really cute with the flowers. And then like you'll see like for Chungyeon, I decided to collect her one without the flower because I liked seeing more of her face. And then after that, we have this beautiful OT9 set. People do love to collect OT9 for this set and for the drink set. But a lot of people collect OT9 because this is the only set in this concept. And it is one of my favorite OT9 sets, but it would be more if they didn't have their like iPhone shadows in them. I don't know why. That just like, when I look at them, like I see it. Like it's very much like I'm aware that there's a shadow there and it bothers me. But other than that, the set is so beautiful. But this is the first era, like I said, where they started just doing 5 cards per member, which would be fine with me. I just wish that instead of doing like 2 photo card sets in this same concept, they would just do 1 photo card set and then do a music video set. Like they have outfits that they wear where they're wearing like red and white that I think are really beautiful and iconic to the era, but we have no photo cards of them. There's also like another concept that they wear where they're all wearing like light blues and whites. Like we have no photo cards of that, which to me is really sad. And then I have the monograph cards, which this is where like you'll see some of them are wearing like their like red or tan outfits. Baekhyun's wearing like the blue and white outfit. Chaeyoung's got her like individual member little outfit. So I like that the monographs give us like an option to see those outfits, but I just wish we had like full OT9 sets in those outfits. Then here I have like what would be, it sort of is my group card page, but they didn't have group photo cards, like album photo cards. So I just have the pre-order benefit sets. And then I purchased a film keyring, and it came with this Jungyeon photo card and this group card. And I happened to buy for like relatively cheap Jihyo and Momo's keyring photo cards. In my dreams, I might get an OT9 set for it just because so many of them are wearing outfits that we don't see them in the album photo cards. But for right now, it's sort of like my keyring set / group page. This is probably the most expensive photo card in my collection. Honestly, I forget how much I paid for it, but it's it's the rarest photo card I probably have. I forget how much it goes for. I think it goes for upwards of $100. I definitely did not pay that much for it. I paid significantly less for it. I think I paid like $40 for it, which is like kind of a steal for it. But they have like individual member photo cards from this. What is this? This is their Flow. I have it upside down. Their Flow photo cards, which I think was like a pre-order benefit thing. I can't remember. But each one came with a group card, and I saw someone selling it for really cheap comparatively to what it could go for. And so I got it, and it is now what I consider to be my rarest and most expensive photo card. And then to just fill out the page, I got like the only other like group photo card I could find for this era. I'm sad that it's like a Polaroid style because it kind of like makes the whole page look just kind of off balance, but it is what it is. Then moving on from there, we go into Formula of Love, and we have the 4 pre-order benefit sets, which I think all of these are really beautiful. Honestly, I have a really hard time thinking about like which concept is my favorite. I think when I think about Scientist, it's probably this styling. But in terms of my favorite concept, I think the pink concept might be my favorite styling. And they obviously just look so beautiful and sweet in these pictures, but they don't actually wear these in the music video. But like, stunning. Then I got both sets of the IDs. I have the blue IDs and the red IDs. I think that was such a fun idea for them to do since they're supposed to be like working in a lab. The only thing is like they threw the photo cards into these albums so like haphazardly, and these are like plastic, like thick, like credit card thickness. And so because of that, there was like a lot of photo cards from this era that I feel like got damaged in the album packaging, which is another thing. I think the album packaging for Formula of Love left a lot to be desired. I think the concept of like that album being kind of like a notepad was interesting, but I hate that it like opens up vertically instead of horizontally. I definitely feel like I look at those albums less because of that. And like the outer cover, like they're very fragile. So I don't touch my Formula of Love albums a lot. But then after that, we have the message cards for the scratch cards, which I decided to leave unscratched, not because I care about scratching them, but because once you scratch them, the beaker turns red. And so it kind of blends into the image, and I liked having the beaker sort of pop out of the image. Then we have the Study About Love concept, the Break It version. This Dahyun photo card is like amazing. And then we have the Explosion version, and I think like Momo, Jihyo, and Sana's photo cards are like incredible for this concept. And same thing for this, like these photo cards is like there were 2 of each concept. I just chose the ones that I liked the best. So like some of them are holding up like this little like heart in the photo cards, and some of them I chose the ones where they're not just because I liked those better. I did the same thing where I just chose my favorite one for this concept. So some of them are either holding something or have like a little prop. And then for some of them, like Momo and Jihyo's, I just liked their photo card where they weren't holding their props better. But I think the whole set looks beautiful. Then we have the monograph set. And I think like, if not for the Study About Love concept, like this concept is what I think of when I think of Formula of Love and Scientist. So I wish like they all were in those outfits. Like Changyeon and Sana could have been in those. And then I think it was a missed opportunity to not put Chaeyoung in her Einstein outfit. I think that would have been really cute. Then we have the group photo card page, and like this is like a good example of like why I do a group photo card page. I just think it looks so nice having all the group photo cards together. So I have the pre-order benefits here, the album group cards, and then the scratch card. So the way I sort of set it up, which you can like sort of tell but not, is it goes like Study About Love, then Break It, then Explosion, and then like In Love, I forget, Full of Love concept. So it kind of like snakes around the way that I did it. And then after that, we have the toothbrush sterilizer set. And the only reason I have this in this section, because it is a non-album photo card set, is because it's the only thing that represents the feels, which I feel like was just so iconic for Twice, considering it was their first ever English song, like fully English song, and we didn't get any photo cards for it at all that represented it. And so I needed some kind of the feels representation in my collection. So I bought this, and I'm just keeping it with the Formula of Love cards because it was on the Formula of Love era. So I feel like it's like, it belongs with that era. Then after that, we move into Between 1 and 2, and we have the pre-order benefit sets. And the last one, which is just a repeat of this, which is the archive concept. I kind of wish, since there were three concepts, that they would have just done for the fourth one, like these 3 in archive, these 3 in cryptography, and these 3 in, what's the last one? Pathfinder. These 3 in Pathfinder. I think that would have been really cool. And they didn't do album group cards for this era, so I have the 4 pre-order benefit group cards here, and I think it looks really nice there. We have the message cards here. And then we have the OT9 set that everyone collected. It is amazing and iconic, just like the fact that they each are holding their like representative animal or fruit or food in Momo and Dahyun's case. And I remember everybody was like rushing and struggling to try to complete this set. But luckily for me, I pulled 3 Peach Momos, which I know is like a particularly sought after card. And so it was very easy for me to complete this set. So it is rightfully so a sought after OT9 set, and definitely one of the best OT9 sets ever. And then we have the cryptography set, which I feel like people sleep on this one. Like, they look so cool and badass in this. Just absolutely stunning. I love everything about this set. It's so beautiful. And then we have the Pathfinder set, which is like the only issue with this one is it's not like as cohesive as the other sets. I wish that they were all holding the phones, kind of like Talk That Talk, but they weren't. And so I just chose my favorite card from each set. So I have some of them where they're holding the phone, some where they're holding nothing, and some where they have like the flowers. Like in the other set, some of them are holding up different like plant life and vegetation. So I just chose the ones that were my favorite. I don't know, when I think of this era, which also, I'm not sure if I've talked about this on this channel before, but it's crazy to me how the K-pop fandom as a whole slept on this song so hard. Talk That Talk is one of the greatest Twice songs ever, 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 and I will not like hear anything otherwise. Sorry, I'm about to go on a rant. Talk That Talk is the perfect combination of the like bubblegum pop sound that made them so popular and so famous, mixed with the like mature, edgier concepts that they're exploring nowadays. And it's just like married together so beautifully. And the song is so good. And it's just like a perfect example to me of how, as a group, they have managed to hold on to what makes them unique and special, while also like looking towards the future and seeing like, how can we as a group grow and change and evolve and mature as our fans mature as well. And I just think that's something that most K-pop groups, in my like short time of being a K-pop fan, it seems like a lot of groups struggle to do that, but Twice is one of the few that has been able to do that very successfully. And so this era is just amazing. Talk That Talk is amazing. And the fact that like, I feel like while the era was happening, people didn't appreciate it for the, I don't even have words, like the crown jewel and just perfect song that it is. I'll never get over it. And y'all let Twice down, and I'll never forgive you for that. But anyway, Talk That Talk is one of the greatest Twice songs ever. The end. Then I have the monograph set, which, oh, thank God, we talked about in my last video. I'm so glad they finally came out with it. I was so worried we weren't going to get monographs anymore, and I was really sad. This Chico Photocard is amazing. And then, as I said in my last video, I've decided to start collecting some POBs. We'll see where it goes right now. Like I said, I'm just gonna try to collect my top 3 for Formula of Love, Between 1 and 2, and Ready to Be. And then once I've done that, I'm hoping to try to expand into full OT9 sets for each of those eras. This is my favorite POB of each member from that era. But as we all know, like, POBs are expensive, and right now financially, I can't really like afford to expand on it too much. So these two are just gonna have to sit patiently until I get some more money. But I think it will be a very nice addition to my collection when that does happen. And now we will move on to my last binder. Oh, actually, no, it's not my last binder. I lied, I'm so sorry. All right, so this is my 3rd Twice binder, and it is my like last binder that is for Photocards. So this is going to have Ready to Be, and then it's also going to have solos, units, Japanese Photocards, and non-album Photocards. So there's kind of a lot going on in this binder. I think I just need to get another binder, and then, because I don't think this binder can take anymore. So I'll have to put Ready to Be in its own binder, and then that will be where all of their continual new releases will go. But at the moment, it's kind of cool that like this binder starts with Ready to Be, because Ready to Be is like the start of a new era for Twice, considering they finished out their 7-year contract with Between 1 and 2, and now this is the start of their new contract. And them sort of fully saying like, we are an established K-pop group, we are not going anywhere, and we're just like, now this is just like, it's time for world domination. So we have the 3 pre-order benefit sets, and then we have the message card set, which is not the most cohesive set. I don't know why Chaeyoung is vertical and why Nayeon has all of this like empty negative space, but once again, like, I'm not the one designing these photo cards or making the choices behind them, but honestly, JYP, if you're looking for someone to help you in that department, like, hire me. I know what the fans want. We have one of each concept, one OT9 set, so I just chose my favorite of each photo card of them in each concept. I think this is my favorite regular album photo card set, just because this is the styling that I think of when I think of Set Me Free. We have this concept, which is just album concept styling, and a lot of people liked this one the best. I think probably because it's like the most feminine and like girly, I guess you could say, and Twice is known for their like heightened femininity just as like a concept for them as a group. And I think that's something that people really gravitate towards with Twice, and so that's why they like this set. But for me, it's beautiful, it's stunning, but because they don't actually wear these outfits in the music video, I wouldn't say that it's my favorite OT9 set from this era. And then after that, we have, I forget what this era is called, but I forget what this concept is called, but we have this one. I wouldn't say that this is one of the greatest OT9 sets. I think the outfits, when you see them as a whole, are beautiful, but when you just see these little bits of the outfits, they kind of make for a somewhat boring OT9 set, but they all look beautiful. And then we have what I would say are probably overall my favorite photo cards from this era, just because like they're so cohesive with the like sunset background, and they all look beautiful. And we actually have a full OT9 set for Moonlight Sunrise, which it turns out it seems like more people liked Moonlight Sunrise than they did Set Me Free. I personally prefer Set Me Free to Moonlight Sunrise, but let me know in the comments if you like Set Me Free or Moonlight Sunrise better. And then we have the unit photo cards, and then we have the monograph photo cards. Then after that, I really need to get like a divider for this, but this is when we move into my solos and units. So I have my 9 favorite photo cards from Nayeon, and they're all so beautiful. Nayeon's really good at taking selfies. And then we have my Misamo collection. In my last video, I had the group cards at the bottom because I wanted these in the middle, because to me they're the most, like, not important, but they're like the best cards on this page, so I thought they should have a special spot in the middle. But one of my followers commented saying that they think it would look better with the group cards in the middle since this is the only red card, and I think they were right ultimately. I think these still look important because they're at the top, and I think this one being the only red one does look really nice in the middle. So it's kind of like these 4 go together and these 4 go together. Ideally, I would love to get some actual album cards to take the place of these clear Tower Records cards. But for right now, like, I'm pretty happy with the way that this looks. And I'm just happy that I have something to represent Misamo and Do Not Touch, because the song is so good and the dance is amazing. And then moving on, we have my photo cards for Jihyo's solo Zone. She is my ultimate bias, so I am also going to attempt to collect some pops for her, but once again, I'm gonna take that slowly and be patient with it. I'm not gonna try to rush through it just because, like, financially I can't take that kind of a burden. But yeah, Jihyo's photo cards are beautiful, and I'm excited to, you know, start collecting more of her pobs. I do have 1 on the way so far. Then after that, we move into the non-album section. Maybe I should put my Japanese ones before the non-album. I'm not sure why I put non-album first, but this is where I have them. This is my made-up OT9 set for their Yes I Am photo books. So I have 1 photo card from each member's photo book that has come out with the Yes I Am book so far. Something tells me that Nayeon is going to be next, and then I think Momo will come out, and I have a feeling that Changyeon's going to be the last one to get hers because JYP loves to mistreat her. I just think they look really good together, and I'm glad I decided to collect an OT9 set for them. I don't think I've seen anyone else collect these photo cards this way, so when you're collecting OT9 Twice, everything is pretty much like laid out for you. Like, the sets go a certain way, certain cards go with each other, and they're usually all in age order, and so you don't get to have like a lot of, I would say, creativity, I guess, when you're setting up your collection for OT9 Twice. And so this is one of the few times where I feel like I get to be creative in terms of, like, it's still in age order, but I got to like hand select of each of the 4 photo cards from each book which one was my favorite. So that's like, I enjoy this page. Then after that, we have their 5th anniversary trading cards. I'm collecting trading cards for each of their anniversaries since I've sort of been like a fully fledged once. Then we have the trading cards from their Concert 3, which is their 4th world tour. You get the special cards from that. And then I also have their DVD selfies, which are so beautiful, and I love seeing them in their concert outfits. Then after that, we have their 6th, 7th? I can't remember. Wait, this was 5th or 6th? Actually, no, I think this was their 6th anniversary. Yeah, I think that was their 6th anniversary. This is their 7th anniversary. I collected the special cards for those because they're selfies. Then I just happen to have this Jihyo Polaroid. I got the OT9 set for their new light stick, which is amazing and stunning. I did an unboxing of that on my channel if you want to look at it. And then these are the trading cards for their Ready to Be World Tour. And I am just one photo card away from completing it. But even though these are selfies, this might be my favorite set of those, so I'm glad I have that one completed. Then we have their 4th generation fan club kit. And that is the end of my non-album section. And then we move into the Japanese section, where I have like not a ton of their actual album photo cards. I have some, but it's mostly their Polaroids. So I have Fanfare Polaroids, these Tower Record clear cards, Better Polaroids, the Better clear cards. This is a Kura Kura OT9 set, and it's the only album OT9 set that I have, just because like they happen to be easier to get and less expensive and rare to find. So that's pretty cool. Then I have the Kura Kura Polaroid set. I have the Perfect World Polaroid set. This is the Donut Polaroid set. I think it's hashtag Twice 4 Polaroid set. The Celebrate Polaroid set, which sadly they whitewashed them so badly in these. And the Hare Hare Polaroid set. Then after that, I have their Japanese group cards. I'm trying to collect all of the Japanese group cards, not necessarily all of the Polaroids, but all of the group cards themselves. So I have most of them starting from better forward. I just have to do a lot of back collecting. There are 3 Hare Hare group photo cards. I have one of them. There's 2 more, and I have one on the way. So this is the last group card I have right now. And then back here, just my the envelopes from the pre-order benefit sets. I just I don't know why, but something deep in my soul will not let me throw out anything that has Twice's logo on it. So I didn't know what to do with these. So I was like, I might as well add them to my collection. So that's what those are. And then the last thing we have are my larger inclusions. So let's get to that. So this is my last binder, which has all of my larger inclusions for Twice. I didn't specifically seek out to collect OT9 for a lot of their larger inclusions. In the past, I mostly was just collecting whatever came in my albums I would just keep. And then for some eras, more recently, I've started collecting OT9 for stuff. But this is what I have so far. So like I said, for a lot of Twice's older eras, I don't actually have the albums, so I don't have any larger inclusions. So the only older one that I have inclusions for would be Twice Coaster Lane 1. So I just have these postcards and the sticker set. Then we jump all the way to Fancy, and I collected my top 3 for the lenticulars. And I have the sticker sheets. Then for Feel Special, these are just the 2 lyric books that I pulled in my albums, Nayeon and Jungyeon. Then these are the 3 coasters that I pulled in my albums for More and More. I have all of the accordion postcards. And then I did collect OT9 for the message card set, just because I think they're really pretty. I have Chewy on the back here. Then these are the folded lyric posters that I pulled in my album. So I have Jihyo, Dahyun, Jungyeon, my top 3. And then I also have Nayeon, Mina, and the group poster. And here's the sticker set. Then these are the coasters that I pulled for Taste of Love. The postcards that I pulled for Taste of Love. I did collect OT9 for these file postcards for, what is this? Formula of Love. I would like to collect OT9 for the result file photos, but it's not like a huge priority of mine, so these are just the ones that I have. And then here are the mini posters. This one's my favorite, it's so cute. And then the sticker set. And then here we have for between 1 and 2, I collected OT9 for their Polaroids. And I collected OT9 for the crosscode puzzle postcards. I also collected OT9 for the film sticker sheets. And I think I'm very close to having full OT9 for these mini posters. So I have 9s, I'm missing Chunghyun's, but I have Momo, Sana. Yeah, I have everyone except for Chunghyun so far. And then moving into Ready to Be, these are the 3 signed photos that I pulled from my albums. I have Momo, Chunghyun, and Jihyo. And then I'm trying to collect OT9 for the postcards, but right now I just have Nayeon, Junghyun, Momo, and Jihyo. Oh, and I also have Dahyun and Jui. And someone was just selling this group lenticular from the vinyl record. I don't collect vinyls personally. I don't have like any space for something that big in my apartment, but I did like this lenticular. So since someone was selling it for really cheap, I decided to take it. And then I am trying to collect OT9 for these little mini postcards. I'm trying to collect OT9 for the stickers for Moonlight Sunrise as well. I have everyone except for Jihyo. I have Jui right here. Then I think I'm almost complete with the mini posters for Ready to Be. I'm missing Momo and Sana, I think, but I think I have everyone else. Yeah. And then back here is like my little solo section. So I have my Imnayan larger inclusions. And then I have my Zone larger inclusions. Some stickers from Zone. The film strips. And I have all of the folded posters from Zone. And then I have, this is the only like non-album larger inclusions I have, but these are from their fan club kit. So that came OT9. And then this, I'm trying to keep these separate because I don't really have a place for them right now. But I have a signed postcard from Nayeon and a signed Polaroid, oh my god, I wish. A signed bookmark from Dahyun. And that is it. That is the end of my flip through for my OT9 Twice collection. Let me find a pretty page to leave us on. I thank you so much for sitting through this super, super long video. I've really enjoyed going through my collection with you. I'm really excited to see how my collection grows going into the new year and what it'll be like at the end of 2024. I'm recording this in like early December because I'm not sure when I'll have time to record it otherwise. I'm gonna post it later in December, so from this point there may be like new things in Twice news that I have not talked about in this video, but I do know that they've put out a spoiler teaser that they will be most likely releasing an album in spring of 2024, so I'm obviously really looking forward and excited to that. Please buy that album and support them. And yeah, as usual, stand Twice. I will see you in the year 2024. Bye, everyone.